In the Ready, we are asked to perform some basic probability. For example, to find the probability of flipping a coin and it landing on heads, we would need to find the theoretical probability. To find the theoretical probability, we would take the number of favorable outcomes and divide it by the total number of possible outcomes. When we flip a coin, our probability of landing on heads is 1, and we have two options, so the theoretical probability would be 1/2. If we're asked to find the probability of randomly drawing a king in a deck of cards, we have to first figure out how many kings there are. In a deck of cards, there are 4 kings, and there are a total of 52 cards. Therefore, the probability would be 4 out of 52, or, in simplest form, every 1 out of 13th card. In the set, we are now looking at experimental probability. To find the experimental probability, we take the number of times an event occurs and divide it by the total number of events. In the set, you are asked to use a Java applet and play a game. You're going to play the game 20 times and record your wins and losses in the two-way table provided. You're asked to record how many sticks and how many switches you get playing the game. For example, let's say you recorded that sticking won 5 times. Then the probability of sticking and winning would be 5 out of your total, which is 20, because we played the game 20 times. Or, in simplest form, that would be 1/4. In the Go, we are asked to multiply and divide fractions. Recall that to multiply fractions, we multiply numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. So in the first example, we would multiply 4 times 3 to get 12 and 5 times 2 to get 10. In simplest form, we would get 6/5 as our answer. If we are asked to divide, in the example provided, we are asked to divide 1/3 divided by 2/5. When we are asked to divide fractions, we can keep the first fraction the same, in this case 1/3, change our sign to multiplication, and flip the second fraction. 2/5 would become 5/2. When we multiply straight across, we would get 5/6. We are asked in the Go to also think about when you need to find and multiply probabilities. So the probability of A times the probability of B. In this case, we are given the probability of A equals 1/4 and the probability of B equals 6/7. When we are asked to multiply these, we multiply numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. So 1/4 times 6/7 would equal 6/28, which is equal to 3/14.